Hey guys, Horace here, and today I'm back with another video. Hopefully you all enjoyed my last two tutorial videos. Today I'm here to teach you how to make a Minecraft tree that looks just fantastic. Now I've done a Minecraft tree tutorial, but that's just kind of details on what you can put on your tree to make them look a little bit more professional, but I'm going to be teaching you how to build a real tree. Now, obviously, most people will think, "Oh, let me just put down some bone meal, boom, 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 and kapow! You got a tree." Yeah, don't even talk to me. So I'm going to be teaching you how to do a little bit more of an advanced technique, and so basically, you're gonna start with your 2 points, which you're gonna select. You can select it however you want, but I'm gonna go and 57, which is diamond blocks, and then I'm gonna do a radius of 1, and that's going to give me a nice little trunk, which I can build off of. Now I'm going to select another bit and go a little bit higher, and then boom, and do another line, and now I have a basic trunk layout. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and smooth this out just a little bit more so that it doesn't look so, well, crappy, and just giving it a little bit more detail where it needs it. You know, it looks a little thin here, and you want to, kind of smooth those little edges out, and so that's what you do. And then, yeah, next part is you're basically going to spam branches. Now, many people use the curve or loft tool. I personally don't, because I feel like it takes so much more effort to build with a loft or world edit brush than it does to just simply put your auto clicker on and just go ham. It's so much easier to know exactly where your branches are going to be going, how they're going to flow. I just personally love these types of trees. Now, these aren't advanced. These aren't the most pristine things in the world. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to make these branches like super short. Otherwise, your tree's just not going to look full and happy and joyful and all of the exciting things that you want to do. And don't worry about, making branches just feel unique. And, if they're a little too long, then you cut them up a little bit with your little tools. You got the tools, you got the blocks that you can use, and you just make your little tree. And it's a little happy tree. I sound like Bob Ross for some reason. But yeah, it's a little happy tree. Well, not a little happy tree, but a big happy tree. And yeah, you just go around, spam it, do whatever you want, and boom, you got a tree. It's wonderful. Looks beautiful. It's spread out. There's going to be multiple layers to the tree. And what you can even do is you can just go up a little bit and then just branch off even a little bit more so that you get just a little bit more detail. You don't want to put branches too close together, so I'm going to move that over a little bit. Obviously, I have an auto clicker, so this is a little bit easier for me than it would be for you if you were just using your normal clicker. I'm clicking at a 20 CPS rate at the moment, which makes my building so much faster. If you have Razer Synapse, I would highly suggest setting up the auto clicker that it's already built in to your Razer mouse. But yeah, look. Fantastic little tree. Now, obviously, I could put a lot more work into this to make it look absolutely beautiful, but I'm not, for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to show you the fairly simple way on how to get a good look. Now, what a mistake that often people do is they'll get their brush and they'll put it on there. Now, what it does is it destroys the diamonds, which is not what you want. You want those diamonds. So what you're going to do is you're going to G-mask or mask your air so that it just goes over the air blocks and not over your diamonds. And the other thing that people forget is that a lot of the ends, so like this looks ugly. Now I could detail this up, but it's going to be covered by the leaves, so it's not going to look all that bad anyway. So you just want to go around going on all of your tips, make sure you got all of them. This I'm going to smooth down just a little bit. So it doesn't look so bad and it looks a little bit less stubby, but you got your tree. Now, this is not going to turn out too well, so what you want to do is you want to get your smaller brush. Now, I use a 1 or a 2. Oftentimes, I'll use a 2, but a 1 you can use for a lot better detailing. than this would personally give. Now, what you don't want is these super flat areas, so you want to keep them still fairly round, but you want to bulk them up a little bit on the just surrounding. Now, for these that are just have like these giant areas, pull them back a little bit so they cover a little bit more of the branch and you can't see as much of the trunk. But yeah, you just want to keep it, fairly separate so that you can see each section as their own and it's not, overlapping so much that you just feel like you're just dying in trees. And I feel like that's one of the main reasons why I don't like making trees, but obviously this is a very simplistic way to make a tree. Um, anyway, I'm going to go and select the entire tree now, and then I'm going to do a little bit something that I like to do, which is add detail. Now, in my video, I showed you how to add some details, but in reality, I'm actually going to put a little bit more touch-ups right there. But basically what you can do is you can slash replace. Let me actually do that correctly. And you can go like, let's say, yeah, 2200. And then actually, let me actually do this command correctly. And what that will do is actually, that's way too many things. And it'll basically allow you to put some type of flower or brush on top of your tree. Now, there's multiple ways you can paint trees, and the other thing is you can also do this on the bottom by doing that command, or actually, sometimes I just don't even know what to do with my life. And now you can put it on the bottom sometimes too. You can do a little bit of detailing touch-ups and stuff like that. But now I'm going to undo my G mask. But now I'm going to go and select my gold blocks, and I'm going to go and say, hey, I could do, something like this, or don't laugh at me. Let me figure out the block ID because I totally forgot 3. Okay, and then you could do something like this. Now, this is not a normal leaf, I guess like tree, so it doesn't look the best. Now, some people use this in correlation with a nice actual leaf, and it will end up looking like that. Now, for me personally, I feel like this looks too much like a / replace command, and I generally like avoiding those as much as possible. So generally what I'll do is I'll just stick with leaves. Now, obviously my favorite is, oops, let me actually put that in correctly. Obviously my favorite is going to be jungle leaves. They're just the best, I guess. I don't know. And then I can go and edit my um, lapis block and I can turn it into like a nice blue tree. And then, for my um, redstone, I can go under and I can put a little bit more redstone under it so that it looks a little bit more like dangling little trees. Obviously, this has been done before, not making anything revolutionary here. But then I can do, if I can actually get the right ID correctly, you can do, 175 and it'll look, like little vines. I would highly suggest when you're making trees, never use these vines because they'll spread all over the place and they look so full and ugly. It's just disgusting. Now, you're going to need a server that has stop lag on it so that you can get, this look, but unfortunately you can't do that in single player when you have world edit. Now, I'm not going to do that for now. Actually, yeah, I'll do it. Why not? Be creative. Do what you want to do. Now, what I can do here is I'm going to go 41 and then 2. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mask. Now, oftentimes people will go to the trunk and say, oh, 51, 12, boom, done. Fantastic. Doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look great either. So what I often do is I like to paint my trees, and this is actually, I'm going to turn off my G mask and turn on my mask so that I can paint and replace at the same time. So I'm going to turn my thing and then just do 88 and then go a little bit more. And maybe I'll do a 5-1 and then I'll go a little more. And maybe I do, a little bit more, going up with a tree and, maybe I do a 35-12. Get a nice pattern going on here. go a little bit more up the tree, and I'll go and get my, next little bit there, go up a little bit more, get a little bit more into the branches and nifty parts of the tree, and, I'll go with a concrete powder that's brown that, it gives the trees these layers that often you see in trees. And then I can just go with my basic, boom, done. And it looks so much better than if you were to just paint it all one color. That's our tree. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.